another 3 seconds to do it. Here's Chauncey Billups. Here it is. He's got it.
Almost goes down, but there's no foul. Billups winds up with what a move! Rebound. Bacic comes over to the first row. And, Billups went head over heels.
Acrobatic move by Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups.
He starts the right way. Working against Mills. Now he fires. Mills it! A triple at the horn! Pistons win! Pistons win! Chauncey from downtown! The Pistons down Golden State at the...
What's going on, guys? You're listening to The Engine on YouTube. Johnny Fogel, Nick Freeman, Nick Falk. And we have a very special guest for you guys today, Chauncey Billups. Nick Falk, take it away.
We're so grateful to have you on the show today. Chauncey Billups, a.k.a. Mr. Big Shot, is currently an NBA analyst and former NBA superstar who played most notably for the Pistons and his hometown team, the Nuggets. He was the third pick in the 1997 NBA draft out of University of Colorado Boulder. He went on to be a 5-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA selection, 2-time All-Defensive selection, and a 2004 Finals MVP and NBA champion. We couldn't be more excited to have you on the show today. How are you doing? How has your quarantine been?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm good. I appreciate you guys, man. But I'm doing good, just taking it easy. It's been quiet, obviously, with the quarantine going on. So I've just been kind of spending time with my kids at home, my family, and just laying low, man.
Yeah, that's what kind of we're all doing.
Yeah.
To start out the interview, growing up, who did you model your basketball game after?
My favorite player growing up was Magic Johnson. I didn't really model my game after his. We had totally different games, but early on, like Gary Paytons of the world and Rod Strickland. Y'all so young, y'all probably don't even know some of these names, but some guys like that, Sam Cassell, and mostly bigger, Jason Kidd, mostly bigger point guards. So I kind of took bits and pieces from everybody and kind of made,
Yeah, put it all together into Chauncey. Yeah, would you consider Magic Johnson to be your idol?
I would say that he was probably my basketball idol. I just loved him. He smiled when he played. He had a lot of fun. He was a winner. So I would probably say so.
Yeah, he's a really awesome guy. Who was the hardest player you ever had to compete against?
That's tough. I played against Michael Jordan. My first game, obviously that was tough. But Kobe was definitely one of the toughest and one of the best that I ever had to guard. I mean, both of those dudes were pretty much virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, for sure.
I played against, obviously, LeBron. Is one of his most historic games was against our team when he scored like almost 30 straight points on us.
Single coverage with Billups on James. Working it down. 5 seconds. 4, 3. James scores with 2.2 to go. The Cavaliers lead 109-107. 48 points for LeBron James. 48 points. We'll say it again. The last 25 for the Cavaliers. 29 of the last 30. One of the great performances of all time in playoff history, authored by LeBron James.
That was unstoppable, and AI was a nightmare as well. So many different guys.
Yeah, that era was really incredible. It's pretty crazy that the Pistons kind of just won a championship in the middle of that. Make it even more impressive. So leading into that, could you describe how the 2004 NBA championship run felt?
I mean, it was a dream come true. Those are the kind of things that you dream about. Was playing in the NBA Finals and winning it. Was a dream come true for me, and I couldn't have the best of friends. And we played for one another. We were so unselfish. We sacrificed so much of our personal games for the betterment of the squad. And our coach was a great coach. He was very tough and relentless, Larry Brown. So it was the best. I mean, it was the best feeling sports-wise that I ever had. It was the pinnacle for me.
Yeah. How did winning an NBA championship affect your life?
So many ways. So many ways. Everybody loves a winner. I was pretty much revered pretty much everywhere after that.
Yeah, you're definitely revered here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was always like here in this city, like I was always pretty much revered for what I had done and been through all my life and growing up and becoming the player that I became. But after winning the championship, that kind of thing is respected everywhere in the world. So it took my popularity to another level. It validated what I always believed about myself, that I could, be a champion and I can be the leader of a championship squad.
Mm-hmm.
So in so many ways, it changed a lot about my life.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's pretty great. So currently Chauncey works as an outstanding NBA analyst for the Los Angeles Clippers, and he used to work full-time for ESPN. How's the adjustment been to work on the television side of the NBA, and do you like it?
Yeah, the adjustment has been awesome, actually. Retiring, from doing something for so long is a tough thing. A lot of my peers retired and, fell into depression and some really tough and rough times. Because you do something for so long, you almost kind of lose your sense of identity sometimes. And I knew that leading into my time to get ready to retire. So I wanted to protect myself and have some things to fall back on. And doing the TV thing was awesome for me because I didn't want to coach right away or front office right away. I wanted to get some time at home with my family, but still kind of stay in the game. So, it was a great transition. You kind of stay in the game, kind of keep your profile up. You still kind of be on TV and, sharing your basketball knowledge. So it's been an awesome transition.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Johnny Fogel?
What would you say was your welcome to the NBA moment?
Oh, my welcome to the NBA moment was probably, it happened actually before, it was my first preseason game. And I was with the Boston Celtics at the time. I was playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. And I had always looked up to like Sam Cassell. I just loved his game. And so I'm about to play against him. And I'm looking like, this dude is like older, he's slow, like I'm about to punish him, That's just kind of the attitude that I had. And man, I'm telling you, like he dominated me in that game like I had never dominated before. Like I think he finished the game with like 35 and 8 or something. And I struggled. I probably had like 10 and 6 or something. I really struggled. I couldn't make a shot. I couldn't guard him. Like it was unbelievable. But it was also one of the best moments for me because it just let me know, like, these dudes are so much bigger, better, stronger, faster. And even if they're not faster, they're smarter. So it kind of taught me a valuable lesson. And I never, as you can hear now, I never ever forgot that. But that was my damn, like I'm in the league moment,
What would you say is your most memorable game that you played?
My most memorable game that I played. I'm one of those dudes that I can kind of remember so many games and so many instances and moments. But like, I mean, I'm always, honestly, I would say in 2005 in Game 5 of the finals, it was 2-2 us in San Antonio, and we ended up losing the game. Robert Horry hit a huge three on us at the end of the game to beat us and put us down 3-2. And that's probably the game that I look back and I was the most mad of any game I ever been before. It sucked, man. So I would say probably that's my most memorable game.
Talk me through the Pistons locker room, including Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and Tayshaun Prince.
You say that again? Who?
Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton.
What was the
question? Talk me through the locker room, like the experience on the Pistons.
I don't know, just a really close knit group of dudes, man. We all were different. We all But when we came together, and at the time we came together, like we had all kind of been like cast offs. Like I had played on 4 teams already. She had, been on three teams, Portland and Atlanta, real quick, but he had a reputation. Ben Wallace had been on 4 or 5 teams. Rip had just got traded there, and Tay was drafted there. So we all, that was like our common thread, was our connective tissue was just like that. We just was kind of like, nobody thought we was good enough to run their team or to be the dude. So we all ended up and landed here. And that was like how we bonded. Like we just believed in one another because of that. And that bond will never be broken.
So we know you're a father of 3 daughters. How did Kobe's death affect you personally?
Well, he's a friend of mine, so obviously, it was tough. It was tough. And we Kobe and I have been knowing each other since I was 16 years old, playing in All-American camps and things like that, and then we obviously competed against each other in the NBA. We played with the USA basketball. We were teammates before, so we he was a friend of mine. We always laughed and talked about everything, not only just basketball, but just not having sons and connecting that way, and it was just so much. So obviously, it had a major impact on me and my family, people around the NBA and around the world. And I still just it's weird, like just to know that he's not here is still weird.
Yeah,
Nick
even
Falk?
for people
Oh, sorry.
like us who never really met Kobe, it's really touched us as basketball fans. So I can only imagine. All right, Nick Paul.
All right, so how did you get your nickname, Mr. Big Shot?
I got that name in Detroit my first year. There was about a week. It was about a 2-week span of games where I made like 4 game winners. I just was just hot at that little time or whatever. But one of the announcers, one guy who played for the Bad Boys back in the day, named game winners. I just was just hot at that little time or whatever. But one of the announcers, one guy who played for the Bad Boys back in the day, named Rick Mahorn, was doing radio and TV for us at the time, and he gave me that name, and it just stuck, and it's still going.
So me and Nick are Bulls fans. Johnny's a Bucks fan. But do you have any interest in being a GM or a coach on an NBA team in the near future?
Yeah. So Bulls and Bucks, huh? Nice.
The Bulls.
Yeah, man. I had a lot of interest in front office stuff. I had a couple opportunities. I actually turned down Cleveland president job some years back because I knew LeBron was leaving and Kyrie wanted to leave, so
Yeah.
it was easy for me to put myself in that position. But it was an awesome opportunity, and I was grateful for it. But yeah, I mean, I still have a desire to do it. I've also now opened up the opportunity to coach. I've been digging in on that a little bit. So at some point here soon, I'll jump out of that booth and hop into one of those areas for a little while.
So you bounced around early in your career after being drafted 3rd overall, playing for the Celtics, the Raptors, the Nuggets, and the Timberwolves in your first 5 years, and eventually finding home on the Pistons. How did you stay determined through all that change?
Well, it was pretty simple for me. My dream as a kid was to be in the NBA, and I just felt like even though I was getting traded around and things wasn't quite working out like I thought they would, at the end of the day, I was still in the NBA. I was still living my dream. I was still playing basketball, making a living to do so, something that I would have done for free. So, you have to, you really just kind of have to reevaluate things and put things in proper perspective and not worry about what you don't have and worry about what you do have. And I've always been very good at that. So I knew that I was going to just continue to keep working my behind off, and at some point it just takes one team to fall in love with you. And I knew when I got to Detroit that was my opportunity. Like that was it. That was going to be my last chance to be a star. and took advantage of it. Thank goodness.
That's an amazing story. That's a great mindset. We've been doing a top 50 NBA players of all time list. Name your greatest player of all time.
Jordan.
Yep.
I like it.
I agree with that. All right. To be respectful with your time, we have one final question. So you recently entered in the ESPN Horse Challenge, which is airing tomorrow night. Have you done anything to prepare for the horse game? What do you think your odds are versus Trae Young?
60-56, Trae with the deep three. Now it is Young with the three. Aaron Gordon's had a relatively quiet night tonight.
Yes, he has.
And turns it over.
There.
Trae got it off.
Well, I'm definitely the underdog against Trae. The driveway is not long enough where he can shoot that thing from half court on me like he does. But the old man got a few shots.
Yeah.
The old man got a few shots. I've been doing this for quite a while, so we'll
We're
see.
rooting for you.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm a big fan of Trae's and stuff. But so it should be a lot of fun. Y'all got to tune in, man.
We will.
Of course.
I got one question for y'all though.
Yeah.
I'm saying MJ is the best for me. Y'all, who y'all got? Well, I know the Chicago dude got MJ. Sure.
Yeah, I got Jordan.
I got Jordan.
I say LeBron. That's where I have on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew somebody would have. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
They're the two best.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Chauncey, thank you so much for spending time with us. This was a really great interview. We had a lot of fun. We consider you a friend of the show. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Check for new content. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for getting this far in the video if you did. And Chauncey, have a great rest of your quarantine. Have a good rest of your day too.
Yes, sir, man.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Y'all hang in there, man.
Yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
so grateful.
Yes, indeed. All right, peace.